What's up, guys? Today we're heading out to explore the most remote, hidden towns in Washington state. We're talking places so secluded, most locals have never even heard of them. We'll be hiking, boating, and driving for hours to reach these secret communities. Get ready for epic scenery, wild stories, and a journey way off the beaten path. If you love adventure and discovering places no one else gets to see, hit that subscribe button now. Let's dive into Washington's most hidden towns together. First up is Stehekin, one of the most isolated communities in the U.S. No roads lead here. You can only arrive by ferry, seaplane, or a multi-day hike through the North Cascades. With just 75 year-round residents, Stehekin is a world apart. The town's famous for its cinnamon rolls, stunning mountain views, and a single 11-mile road. Life here is all about self-sufficiency and community, growing food, generating power, and helping neighbors. Forget convenience. Living here means embracing remoteness and peace. Stehekin is a true mountain sanctuary protected by its own isolation. Next, we're heading even deeper into the Cascades to Holden Village. Once a copper mining town, it's now a remote retreat center accessible only by ferry and a bumpy bus ride. There's no cell service, no internet, just mountains, community, and a sense of escape. The old mining relics are still here, but now the village is filled with music, laughter, and shared work. Everyone pitches in, from washing dishes to gardening. It's a social experiment in one of the most beautiful, isolated places imaginable. Holden Village proves people can build something special, even in the wildest corners. This place has a soul. We've reached Medalline Falls, right on the Canadian border. The drive here winds through endless forests. This is true isolation. With just over 200 residents, it's a town where everyone knows each other. The dramatic river canyon and historic buildings give it a movie set feel. Literally, The Postman was filmed here. Life here means embracing distance. The nearest grocery store is over an hour away, and winter can cut the town off for days. But that's the appeal. Peace, quiet, and a sky full of stars. Medalline Falls is a hidden gem at the edge of the map. It's a pocket of persistence and pride. Now we're at Nia Bay, home of the Makah tribe, at the very tip of the Olympic Peninsula. This wild coastline is sacred, with a history stretching back thousands of years. To visit Cape Flattery, you need a permit. A reminder, you're a guest on tribal land. The hike out to the Cape is jaw-dropping: sea stacks, caves, and the endless Pacific. Nia Bay is a fishing village, fiercely protective of its traditions and culture. The remoteness has helped preserve a way of life deeply connected to land and sea. Visiting here is a journey into resilience and heritage. Deep in northeastern Washington, we found Republic, a real Wild West town. Main Street is lined with historic buildings and an old-timey saloon. Founded during a gold rush, Republic still has that prospecting spirit. The Stoneros fossil site lets you dig for 50-million-year-old fossils, an unforgettable hands-on adventure. Surrounded by national forest, it's a gateway to outdoor recreation and small-town charm. Life here is quiet, self-reliant, and proud of its history. Republic is the American West, hidden in the hills. Next up, Concrete, Washington. Yes, that's really its name. The town's identity is tied to its massive, abandoned cement plant, which still looms over everything. Concrete embraces its quirky history, from the concrete semen heads to its post-industrial vibe. It's small, rugged, and surrounded by stunning wilderness. The town was a filming location for This Boy's Life, and you can still see the movie's buildings. Concrete is a place of contrasts. Gritty history meets natural beauty. It's a hidden town with a story and spirit all its own. We're in Forks, famous for Twilight, but its real story is even more fascinating. Before vampires, Forks was and is a logging town, surrounded by temperate rainforest. The air is thick with cedar and mist, and the forests feel otherworldly. We explored the Hoh rainforest, giant moss-draped trees, total silence, and prehistoric vibes. Forks is about surviving on the edge of wild nature, not just pop culture. Twilight brought fame, but the town's authentic, rugged character remains. It's a blend of fantasy and real grit wrapped in rain and fog. Forks is enchanting in its own right. In the Methau Valley, Winthrop has transformed itself into a living Wild West town. Every building on Main Street follows the 1890s theme: wooden boardwalks, saloon fronts, and old-timey signs. It's not just for show. The town's history is real, and the community came together to reinvent itself. Winthrop is also an outdoor adventure hub: skiing, hiking, biking, and river rafting. The natural beauty rivals the unique architecture. Winthrop is proof that creativity and resilience can turn a remote town into a destination. It's unforgettable. Next, we're in Packwood, nestled at the edge of Mount Rainier National Park. Surrounded by dense forests, it's a base camp for hikers, skiers, and adventurers. The town is rustic, with lodges and diners catering to outdoor lovers. Twice a year, Packwood's flea markets bring thousands, but most of the time, it's peaceful and quiet. We visited the Grove of the Patriarchs, ancient trees that make you feel tiny. Living here means embracing the wild, seasonal rhythms of the mountains. Packwood is rugged, beautiful, and truly remote. On the Long Beach Peninsula, Oysterville is a perfectly preserved 19th century village. The whole town is a National Historic Landmark, with old homes, a church, and a one-room schoolhouse. There's no modern development, just history and peace. Oysterville Sea Farms still harvests oysters, keeping the town's legacy alive. Life here moves with the tides, slow and tranquil. Residents are dedicated to preserving this rare glimpse into the past. Oysterville is a fragile treasure, frozen in time. Back in the Methau Valley, Mazama is less a town and more a wild outpost. The Mazama store is the heart of the community, part bakery, part gear shop, part gathering place. Surrounded by cliffs and forests, it's a paradise for climbers, skiers, and hikers. Few people live here year-round. It's all about adventure and solitude. When the highway closes in winter, Mazama becomes even more isolated. For those who stay, the seclusion is a gift: freedom, awe, and connection to nature. Mazama is a feeling, not just a place. Deep in the Cascades, Skycomish is a historic railroad town shaped by the Great Northern Railway. Once a bustling division point, it's now a quiet community with echoes of its industrial past. The old depot is now a museum, and freight trains still rumble through the valley. Surrounded by mountains and the rushing river, Skycomish is both gritty and beautiful. It's a stop for adventurers and a testament to resilience. The town is finding new life while honoring its roots. Skycomish is a secret worth discovering. On the Olympic Peninsula, La Push is home to the Quileute tribe and 3 wild beaches. Towering sea stacks, driftwood, and crashing waves make this coastline unforgettable. The village is small, centered on fishing and tribal traditions. We hiked to Second Beach, forest, cliffs, and a raw, primeval landscape. The remoteness has helped preserve Quileute culture and connection to the land. La Push faces challenges, but its spirit is unbreakable. It's a place that stays with you. In eastern Washington's Wheat Belt, Wilbur is the definition of quiet isolation. Surrounded by rolling golden hills, it's a classic farm town with century-old buildings and towering grain elevators. Life here is slow, peaceful, and deeply tied to the land. There are no tourist attractions, just authenticity and calm. The silence is profound, broken only by wind and distant trains. Wilbur is a world away from the forests and coasts, a place to disconnect and appreciate simplicity. Its content in its beautiful isolation. Our final stop is Trout Lake at the foot of Mount Adams, famous for its dark skies and UFO sightings. This tiny community is surrounded by forest and meadows with a magical, peaceful vibe. People come for hiking huckleberries and especially stargazing. The night sky here is spectacular. The Milky Way blazes overhead. Whether you believe in UFOs or not, Trout Lake inspires wonder and reflection. It's a perfect place to end our journey, quiet, mysterious, and beautiful. Trout Lake is a reminder of the hidden magic all across Washington. That's a wrap on our adventure to Washington's most hidden towns. We've seen places built on grit, history, and wild beauty, each with its own story. These towns are more than dots on a map. They're living communities, sanctuaries of a disappearing way of life. I hope you're inspired to find your own hidden gems. If you enjoyed this journey, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure. Thanks for watching. See you on the next wild road. Let me know if you need further tightening or adjustments.